Good morning. It's May 24th, and I'm here today with Hugh Traulsen. We're talking about Memorial Day and the veterans of America. I want to introduce myself as David Solano, the webmaster for the website RootingOutCorruption.weeb.com. This website is put together with the mastermind Hugh Traulsen as the stakeholder, and the information that's on there is very informative and covers a variety of different topics and venues. I'll let Hugh talk more about that in a second. But again, go to the website. That'll be referenced in the YouTube and get further information there. So, good morning, Hugh Traulsen. How are you today?
I'm terrific, Dave, and as a veteran to the veteran, thank you so much for your service. And I'm calling out with this message to all living veterans across this country to unite and bring this country back on track in the way that it was meant to be a beacon for the rest of the world. And I'll read this brief statement because in these chaotic times, this is where we have to truly show what America represents to the world. And that statement is, if America is going to have a successful future, we must learn how to look out for each other and not just look at each other. We all have a God spark within, which must be ignited by love and prayer. If we unite in this way, America will be the beacon of light for freedom, liberty, and justice to the rest of the world. May God always bless America. And although I'm a veteran, that doesn't mean that my service has stopped. I continue until I take my last breath to support those in office, to have an understanding that it's not about control, conquer, divide. It's about uniting and understanding that the greatest asset of any country is its people. So that's where this country there's never been a country in the world like this, and I think that it's time to bring it together in the right way and bring America to heights never even before realized. So even though you may not have voted for this president, he is our president. And if there is things that have to be investigated, that always should be the case. But either way, let's unite the country. Let's stop all this division in Washington and shine the light where it needs to be to root out the corruption. Now, I did want to touch on something, too, on the website that Dave mentioned, RootingOutCorruption.weeb.com. There is a mission statement titled Veterans Uniting America. It's never meant to be an organization, but it's something anybody can read, whether you're a veteran or not, and do things in memory of our fallen heroes, not just on certain days, but every single day, even if it's just a prayer. That will help raise the consciousness globally and really benefit everyone, especially with all the terrorism going on. And I also have acknowledged on the website Connie Francis, who her heart, all the Vietnam-era veterans know and love Connie Francis, but she has had a heart for the mentally ill and veterans, and I hope that people will go to her Facebook page, and Dave will make a note of where to look for a statement that she made related to the mayor of Miami. Believe it or not, they have absolutely zero homeless veterans there. That's quite an accomplishment that must be acknowledged nationwide and looked at so each individual city and town can see how he accomplished that and duplicate that in their own local areas, and then to support the veterans and their families in every way possible that they can get their needs met that aren't being met necessarily through what they're getting in the veterans health care system. As an example, I had to have teeth extracted, and that's not covered under the Veterans Health Care System. Thank goodness my daughter was very generous and helped me out with getting that accomplished. But again, there's not that many veterans when you look at the whole population of a country, and they did put their lives on the line, whether they served on the front lines or served in the country supporting those that were on the front lines. They all should be acknowledged for doing what John F. Kennedy said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. So with that sentiment, I hope, again, people will look over and share everything that they will learn from the RootingOutCorruption.weeb site and come back to Dave and myself to explore ways to joint venture and collaborate. I have unlimited creativity, and I'm looking to bring in new paradigms that will eventually transform economics globally, education, politics, and religion, not based on control, conquer, and divide, but based on spirituality and unconditional agape love. We've never had the technologies to bring the world together now and embrace our different ethnicities and learn from them. That all starts in the local community. So let's see what we can do to do that, and come back to us if you have questions or want to help us unite America. May God always bless America, and thank all the veterans. Pray for the veterans from all over the world, because they only were looking to fight for their country as their hearts were moved to do that, or they were forced to do that. So there's a lot of innocent lives that have been lost over the eons, and that has to stop if we're ever going to have a peaceful world, because now we have the technologies to blow it up, the smithereens, in the hands of a few people. I don't want that day to ever come. Let's reverse all that and pray God will put the ego in check where it needs to be if enough people pray in the right way. So I thank Dave for this opportunity to get this message out. I wish everyone a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend 2017. Please, again, share this with everyone that you can. Bring it to all the media. Let's have it go viral globally. And as I finish this short piece, I do want to mention a poem that is on the site that I authored that's in the President Ronald Reagan Library and is discussed as a weapon against terrorism. The poem is titled Caring, Sharing. It's only 3 lines long. It reads, if you dare to care, then share. If you share, pay heed. God will reward every good deed. If you contemplate this poem, it will force you to take an action to help those less fortunate than yourself. And when you do that, you're actually being a blessing back to yourself. So please write that poem down and just keep it in mind, and pray every day for America, for our veterans, for our fallen heroes that have passed on from all the wars. And let's see what we can do to make a better future, to manifest it with transparency based on spirituality and unconditional agape love. So again, Dave, thank you so much for your service and your continued service to be a blessing and help this country. And I'll let you close out. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Hugh. And I had the fortune of coming across Hugh as part of the Friends of Bayside High School Alumni and Community Association. Hugh is a graduate of Bayside High, class of 1963, and this pleasure introduction that I've had with him and all that he's about and what he's trying to do, I'm glad to enable technology and make that something that's going to happen in a wonderful way. And that was a very lovely poem, and I thank you for your service, Hugh. And we look forward to more of these conversations coming forward. And everyone, take care. Have a great day. Thank you.